What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a fantastic day because look what came in. This is our all-new inverter generator built by Champion. This is a 4,500 watt inverter generator with built-in 30 amp plug. I am so excited to do a little review with you guys. I already opened the box, that way it's kind of quick and you guys don't have to watch me open a box. I think that's kind of ridiculous when people do that. But I'm going to quickly go through everything, kind of tell you why I bought this one, and we'll go through all the controls. That way you guys can see what you get for how much money. Alright guys, so right out of the box you're obviously going to get your nice brand new generator. You're also going to get an oil fill funnel. Champion is nice enough to give you a good starter quart of oil. This is going to be your little wrench. They're going to give you a spark plug wrench. And then it's going to be your quick start guide, and this is going to tell you everything you need to know about this little generator. So the first thing you're going to want to do obviously is pull off all the cords, everything. The really nice thing about this generator is if you're on the floor and you need to roll it, this thing has a pop-out handle, and this is really nice. Now, you guys know that we keep our generator on the back, so we won't be using that too much, but if in the event that we need to roll it around, this makes everything super easy because this generator does have quite a bit of weight to it. I believe empty it weighs 95 pounds. So it definitely has a good amount of weight to it. And if you add the 2.3 gallons of fuel that it holds, plus the ½ quart oil, you're looking at about 115 pounds wet. So the handle definitely comes in handy. Next, on the front, this is going to be your whole control panel. This is going to tell you everything that the generator is doing. If you have any fault codes ever, it'll tell you everything right on this main screen. So here's your easy start dial. Here's your choke. This is how you'll start it. If it's cold, then you'll turn it to run, and you'll leave it on that as it's running. And then this is to stop it altogether. Okay. Next, they are nice enough to supply you with a little 12-volt DC plug, and they even gave me a DC plug with 2 USB plugs, so if you wanted to charge your phone or your tablet or anything that takes USB, you could do that right outside. Now, normally we're going to plug everything inside, keep everything charged, so we probably won't be using that too much. There is a reset button for the breaker just in case that pops. Next to that is your 220-volt outlets. These are nice. This is really nice. Now, you guys, if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that we have the Predator 3500 at the moment, and it does not have a cover like this. This is really nice because if you're not using any of these outlets, it'll keep the dust and everything else out of those, keep them nice and clean. Next, right next to that, is a built-in 30 amp plug, and this I really like because on the Predator, for some reason, I forget the name of the plug, but they give you a plug that they supply you with a 30 amp adapter that you have to plug in and twist lock, and then plug your 30 amp in. This already has a built-in 30 amp plug, nice and simple, nice and neat, kind of just plug and play, and you are ready to go. Now, there are many versions of this generator. I shouldn't say many, there's 3. One is a propane gas version. That is not this. This is just standard gas. I knew I wasn't really going to run propane. It's just kind of a pain to find a place to fill up your propane. Filling up gas is so much quicker because we fill the bus up and I fill the gas can up and the generator at the same time. And it's just really quick. I don't have to go fill up gas and then go find propane. Alright, now getting back to the front of this generator. When I bought this generator, I was under the impression that this was an electric start generator. Well, like I was telling you guys before, there are 3 different models of this generator, and I guess I misread something. This one in particular has this easy start dial, which is kind of misleading because it makes it sound like it's, like an electric start push button. Well, it's not. The easy start dial literally just helps you put it to choke or run or to shut it off. So in order to start this particular generator, you would put it on choke, and then you are stuck with a pull handle. So you have to pull start this generator. Now, they do make a conversion kit where you can install a remote start, which is kind of nice. They also sell a version that already has a remote start already installed in it. And they have one that has an electric start. I believe the propane/gas version is an electric start right on the knob. You legit just turn it to here, push the button, and it starts. This one is not that, unfortunately. But I already got the generator, and you know what, I don't mind pull starting it. I am fully capable of pull starting it, so it's not so much of a big deal. I just wanted to point that out to everybody. So we're gonna get this thing filled up with oil. In order to do that, there's a little handy door on the side right here. You simply turn it with this little knob, open this door, and right in here is your oil fill. So you're just gonna spin this cap. It's a little tight from the factory. You'll just spin this, take it out, use your handy dandy funnel that they supplied, and fill it. We're gonna fill it right up to the end of the line right here, right up to the last thread. That's how you know this generator is full. You can also use the dipstick. The dipstick tells you where it is and how full. When you do your oil check and you check your level, after you're done filling it, you just put it in. Don't screw it in, just stick it all the way in, and then pull it out and see where your oil level is, and you'll see where you're at. In order to change the oil on this generator, it comes with this handy dandy little tube. These are kind of nice. I kind of like it this way because it keeps everything on the inside nice and neat. You legit just pop off this little cap. Kind of hard to do with one hand, plus from the factory it's pretty tight. But you just pop this cap off. You can see there's a little bit of oil in it from the factory because they do test these units, which is nice, so they make sure they're running well. But you'll just, you know, point it down. You can, I don't know if you'll see any oil drip out. No, because it's pretty empty, but it'll just drain out. You can drain it right into a cup or your oil, your old oil canister or whatever, and be good to go. The other nice thing I like about this generator compared to like the Predator, which is what we've had for years, is these wheels. They are quite a bit bigger, so going over stuff like this gravel, it won't get caught up as much. Plus with the handle on this thing, it'll just make pulling this thing around so much easier compared to the Predator that we have over here. Just to show you guys the difference, the wheels are much smaller. There is no handle. You kind of just have to grip this, bend down. So if you have any back problems or knee problems, you know, you're just kind of stuck doing that. I have seen people where they'll tie like a rope or something to it and pull it around, but that's probably still a hassle. That thick handle is probably way easier, and I can't wait to test it out. Also, just to let you guys know before I forget, these 4 plastic tabs are on the bottom side of the generator. They are called shipping tabs or something like that, and they're held on with these little bolts. You have to take these off before you start the generator because that's where this generator pulls air from the underside. So simply take a ratchet or a screwdriver, not screwdriver, a wrench or whatever you have, and get those done before starting this generator. Alright, so I just finished filling up the oil with the supplied oil that they gave us, and what I noticed is it didn't actually fill the generator all the way up to where the owner's manual says it. The owner's manual says to fill the oil up to 1 to 2 threads before the tip of this you know, fill thing, and it was still way in the back of that. It was nowhere near there, so I had to pull out a little bit of my own extra oil just to get it to where it needs to be. And I am on a level surface, you know, just in case anybody's gonna ask. We are completely level here, so we are now good to go. So just keep it, you know, a little extra oil on hand if you know, if you can, or order some when you order the generator. That way you're good to go. So we're gonna close this back up. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Let's see. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Okay, I'm gonna put a drop of gas in this thing, and we're gonna see how she sounds. Alright, so we are all fueled up. I only put the level at 1/4 of a tank on any new generator I get. I always just fill a little bit of gas, just enough to get it started, because if you ever have an issue with it where it just won't start, there's an issue, there's a problem, you have to return it, at least now you only have to drain 1/4 of a tank or less of fuel rather than 2.3 gallons, spilling it everywhere. You're losing gas, and at $5 a gallon for gas, you know, we're trying not to lose any. So without any further ado, we are going to put this on choke and give her a pull and see how she does. It might be hard with one hand, we'll see. Okay, she's running, and now we will turn her to run. Wow, she is very quiet. Now the microphone I have on this GoPro, it picks up like anything, and it'll actually lift the volume up a little bit, so I'm not sure how well it's going to pick up the sound, but this is very quiet. Like, I am not raising my voice at all. I can have a conversation with the person next to me, you know, with this right on top of me. It's not a problem. So as you can see, we have all of our lights lighting up here. This is Eco. Now it's on full power. it's going to automatically start on eco. And if you need more power, you'll turn the eco button off where I just pressed it. So if you want to turn it back on, and you can hear it dumb down. So this is going to tell you how many amps you're pulling. Let's see. This is total runtime. This is how many volts we're pulling. And we're pulling 60 hertz right now. Really quiet. I can't wait to plug this thing in. So that's the initial unboxing and setting it up, guys. Super simple. Really just adding oil and gas and taking off all the stickers. Really nice quiet generator. It's got some weight to it, but it's not too bad. Like I said, it's going to be sitting on the back of the rack replacing this Predator that's giving me nothing but issues. For those of you who are unaware, this is the brand new Predator model for 2022, and they went ahead and decided to put a carbon monoxide detector on here. And the issue with that is it has a carbon monoxide sensor, and it picks up any little whiff of carbon monoxide, and it shuts the generator down immediately. And it happens quite a bit all the time. And when you go to restart it, it can be very difficult to restart. And I was just over it. We had the original one with no carbon monoxide detector. They would last a long time. I usually swap them out once a year just to get a newer one, because we'll put 1,500, 2,000 hours on these things. Especially when we were in Florida full-time, you know, because we were going to run the AC. We weren't going to die of heat. So we would run this thing day and night all the time. It would probably run almost 24/7. But this one, that's just not lasting. Luckily, these do not have the carbon monoxide detector on them, which is fantastic. So pretty happy about that. We're going to let this break in for the 5 hours. And I'll have to get back with you guys, let you know long-term how it is. And I'll plug it in eventually to the bus. We'll run the AC and everything. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe and like. I appreciate it. And I'll give you guys an update on running it, plugged in and everything down the road sometimes. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.